Welcome back to Elden Ring. In this video we are taking a look at a Dex bleed build. In my most recent video we took a look at a Faith build and I had a weapon equipped just so that there was a weapon in the build. And I thought we'd come back and have a look at it, pairing it with another weapon of the same category or the same class so that we can power stance them and get the unique moveset from them. They are going to be curved greatswords, and just quickly before we do get into this, if you are not currently subbed to the channel, make sure you do sub, turn notifications on. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, all support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to support me further as a creator, then check out the links in the description, and let's get into it. So the main weapon of this build is going to be Morgott's Cursed Sword. The reason I wanted to take a look at this is because of the Cursed Blood Slice skill. But not only that, this has really high requirements, so I'm expecting a lot of good from it. It scales with Strength, Arcane and Dex, B for Dexterity. You do also need 14 Strength, 17 Arcane and 35 Dex to wield it. But it does have a passive effect of blood loss build up at a rating of 86. And that's one of the reasons I want to take a look at this as well. However, I will not be focusing on buffing up the blood loss build up. I'm going to be focusing on the skill itself, which I believe does have blood in there. It's called Cursed Blood Slice, but it's more of the attack at the end of the skill, which is based on flame. In our offhand, we are running the Bloodhound's Fang, absolutely fantastic weapon. If need be, we can two-hand this and use Bloodhound's Finesse. It does have a little bit better physical attack power, scales with Strength and Dex, B for Dexterity, much lower requirements, 18 Strength and 17 Dex, and it also has a blood loss build-up, but only at a rating of 55. Then we're also going to run a seal just to use Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength, because there will be some fire affinity but also physical attacks as well. And then in the armor slots we have the Raptor's Black Feathers. Everything else is completely optional. I wanted to run this as more of like an assassin sort of build, but with the Black Knife armor you just get like silent footsteps. So I put Raptor's Black Feathers on so we can pair it with the Claw Talisman and we can get extra damage out of our jumping attacks. So into the talismans we have Ritual Sword to raise our attack power when our health is at maximum. We then have the Claw Talisman to pair with the Raptor's Black Feathers for our jump attacks. We then have the Rotten Winged Sword Insignia for raising our attack power with successive attacks. And then because there's fire in the build, we have the Fire Scorpion Charm. Then the Flask of Wondrous Physic, we've got the Flame Shroud in Cracked Tear to temporarily boost our fire attacks, and the Dex Not Crystal Tear so that we get a higher dexterity because mine is only at 40, so with this for 3 minutes my dex goes up to 50. So at the Isolated Merchant's Shack in Caelid, I did say we will be buffing it with Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. And then if I use the skill and don't get eaten by this stupid dog that always does me in. So you'll see there, just over 2,000 damage from the initial attack, and then an extra like 1,500 from the follow-up of the flame. But the thing is with this skill, is you can do one attack, and then you can follow it up with another explosive fire attack. So if we come over here and do attack number 1, then you can do attack number 2. And it kind of reminds me of, I believe the skill's called Nebula on the Wing of Estelle. Just because you've got that sort of, like, I'd say ring in front of you, and it's just got the little explosions that come off it. And not only that, if you look at the Cursed Sword, its design is very wacky. And I just think it looks really good. So we do have the physical attacks as well. I'll show you those on this dog just quickly before we go up to Mountaintops of the Giants. So if we back out of the Site of Grace, we come back over. We're not even going to buff it up. We're just going to do a jump in left bumper. And you'll see there, 3,000 damage. You're getting blood loss. It's such a good build to run. Curved great swords, they're heavy, they're slow attacking. If you look at the Cursed Sword, 7.5 weight, and the Bloodhound's Fang weighs 11.5. So they're not too light. The attacks are slow if you do the left bumper. It seems like it's a real drag on the weapons, but they are powerful, and that definitely makes up for it. So over in Mountaintops of the Giants, what we're going to do is use Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. We're going to buff up the weapon. And against this golem or giant, we are going to jump in with a left bumper attack. And then we're going to use the skill on the Cursed Sword. So if I do Flask first, I switch over and do Golden Vow. Then after that's done, I do Flame Grant Me Strength. I switch back. And then we do a running jump attack. 5771. And the follow-up got us up to like 9500 damage. So now, if we target the right foot... And you'll see there, nearly 5,000 damage. We've put him down, so we come in for a crit. And the crit hit for 17,800. So I'm going to give this build a pass. It's a very, very good build. Powerful, if you look at the physical attack power, 276 plus a bonus of 342. Then Bloodhound's Fang, I know a lot of people enjoy this on Elden Ring. 325 physical and then a bonus of 373. I know my strength is at 50, but my dex is at 50 when it's buffed with the flask. And that is going to be your main focus for this entire build. Obviously, you need 35 dexterity in order to wield the Morgott's Cursed Sword. But what we're going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this build in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.